Good evening, internets, and all the ships at sea, and just about anybody who might be watching this live stream. Welcome to the nightly edition of Bookward Bound. 301 days from I should really do this to done. And that done is the creation of a brand new book by January 1st, 2021. Or at least the files that I'll be uploading to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform on January 1st, 2021. And that book is this bad boy, which I've already shown you. It's called NONFICTION BRAND, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. And that's the book that I'm going to be uploading on the 1st of the new year. If I actually get my book done by writing it a little bit at a time every single day for 301 days from when I started, which was March 5th of 2020. The reason it's 301 days, well, it's because from March 5th until December 31st, 2020 is 301 days. How many? 2020? 2020 is 301 days. Yep, that's where that 301 days comes from. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to be working on the book in one form or another, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I will kick it on over to Scrivener, the application in which I am writing this book. Get rid of that. And you can see what I've kind of been working on today a little bit has been this kind of introduction thing of explaining why I am on the cover. Again, that cover photo of me. Why am I putting myself on the cover? Well, it's actually not rank narcissism, although some people might accuse me of that. It's actually because one of the key tenets of nonfiction branding is when you create a personal brand, the first thing you got to get over is putting yourself front and center and taking credit for the stuff that you do. You know, a personal brand is based on three basic tenets, or I'll call them the three-legged stool of who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Well, the thing is, you got to demonstrate that. And what better way to demonstrate who you are, what you do, and how you do it than by doing things like writing a book and taking credit for the book you've written. So anyway, today I went through this thing pretty exhaustively. And I just wanted to look at one thing right here. Like this paragraph might feel a little long to me. It's 157 words. And I know that some people, when they look at it, they might go, God, I don't want to read that. That's too long. I want to see what happens if I do this. It turns it into a paragraph of 59 words and one of 98 words. But it doesn't make sense. In this age of self-indulgent social media, it's all too easy to see nothing but instant narcissist bad examples out there. But if you look closer, you'll see a huge movement of individuals who are out there doing incredible work within their areas of excellence and sharing it freely to, to the world's online population. And the result is powerful. Pretty darn powerful. People in the most arcane professions achieve national and even international stature within their fields. Okay, so obviously I need to read through this and really fine-tooth comb it again, but I think it is done. It makes sense. So it keeps its blue flag over here, which is my signal to myself that, hey, you've written this section. It's pretty much done, but it hasn't been finally proofed or edited. If it were that, it would get a green flag, meaning green for go. In this case, it's blue for not quite green, but almost. All right, so this other flag color, yellow, for focus on your expertise, is telling me that, hey, David, you've written some of this section, but you haven't finished it. So I want to go through this and maybe look for a little bit that I can add to this. Matt said in the podcast, the biggest advice writers ever get or give is simple. Write what you know. That go double for demonstrating personal brand. That writerly advice is right on the money. It applies perfectly. Right on the money. I might leave it the way it was. That right. Well, let's say your experience would dictate the only thing you're expert in or related to the designing and building of structures, building and facilities. But the expertise you've developed, subject areas, things like team building, group, comprehensive planning, and quite possibly deep experience in specific project management concepts and systems like Agile, Scrum, or Kanban. Were you to focus solely on your experience, you might find yourself painted into an AEC corner. But if you broaden your sights to focus on the much larger topic of project management, you could increase the size not only of the relevant subjects you might talk about, but you could increase the number and also all project managers deal in everything from software to hardware and apps to apartments. Do you see what I'm doing there? Apartments. Oh, that's good. From end apps to apartments. Being able to speak project manager includes a whole lot more people than those speaking the sub dialect. Yeah, dialect, there we go, of AEC project manager. This concept of sharing what you know also extends to what you know keeps you from doing what way too many personal branding, brand-oriented. Newbies do. Generalization with a tendency to spout common conventional wisdom instead of hard and personally earned insight. Ever notice a trend in those posts on Instagram, Facebook, and even LinkedIn? Ever noticed a trend? Oh, here's an example. Drum. A real thing and worth talking about. I've even touched on it in this book, but what I'm about was a while back when out of the blue suddenly everybody was doing a blog post, video, or live stream about the subject. Was that like LinkedIn? It's like we all saw the same TED talk at the same time, and decided to riff off something we actually know little about, but we actually know little about, but want to jump on that courant. that trend wave. Yes, there are experts who undoubtedly have some great information, insight to share, but every passing poster with a keyboard who just read about this subject, I call BS. Not BS. I'm not. Maybe I just leave it there. But every passing poster with a keyboard who just read about the subject, spend some time on it. Come up with your own ideas about it, and then maybe consider sharing your $0.02 about it. Why not instead? Go deep on something you actually expertise in? I don't know where I talked about her. Like a completely improbable pop culture phenomenon, like BRENE Brene Brown. Oh, I don't want that. Don't know her? Don't worry. Don't know her, don't worry. Written all about her in a section of this book called, what is it called? Oh, that's a good question. Let's say it. Well, look up her name. Duh. Let's do a little searching here. Search in document. Brown. Entire document. Next. Fine. No, come on. There we go. Copy that. Expert in shame. Now, who be interested? Comma, having done great scholarly research into the topic. Now, who would be interested in what she's learned about shame? Interestingly enough, the entire thinking world apparently read more about her. Check out her TED Talks. You'll understand why her focusing on what she knows in great depth has earned her significant cameo respect of millions and a major cameo role in the feature film. Now, what was it? I gotta look that up. Safari, Brene Brown comedy. Brene Brown Brene Brown Call to Courage. Wine Country. The 2019 feature film. With, who else is in Wine Country? A major cameo role, playing herself. Amy Poehler. A major cameo role playing herself in the 20, directed, starring. Amy Poehler, yeah, she's in it. Full cast including Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, star. On a gas tire. And all right, so read more about her. Check out her TED Talk. Check out her TED Talks. And you'll understand why her focusing, her focus on what she knows in great depth has earned her the respect of millions and a major cameo role playing herself in the 2019 feature film Wine Country, italicized. Wine Country. I don't need that. Wine Country. Specificity. Just leave it like that, huh? Besides, enough people creating conventional wisdom. Graphics. We don't need any more of those. All right, so I'm getting close to being done with this section, which 1,500 words is good. I'm figuring, based on the structure of my 6x9 book, which is that size, it's about 300 words a page, maybe. Maybe 350 words a page. So let's just call it 300 because I'm going to air it out with images and graphics and things like that. So at 1,500 words, that would be obviously 5 pages. 5 times 5 is 25. No. Yeah, at 300 words, 5 pages. 5 times 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Yeah. Sorry. Brain not working. So 5 pages for an individual session. That's pretty good. Yeah, maybe I could get it. Let's see, screenshot. Go images. Wine Country. Brene Brown. There's got to be some promo photos of that. Like that one right there. But I can go to Google Images. Author reacts to Wine Country cameo in Oprah Mag. Let's see what that says. I'm sorry, gonna kick you over here. Renee Brown is the real star of Netflix's Wine Country. A call to courage. The call to courage. There has to be a photo of that. Boundaries. Set boundaries. Maybe I won't be able to do that. All right. We don't need any more of those. Okay, so this paragraph. How many words in this paragraph? 135 words. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Why not instead go deep on something you actually have expertise in? Like a completely improbable. Like the completely improbable pop culture phenomenon known as Brene Brown. Don't know her? Don't worry. I've written all about her in a section of this book called MDVG. She's an expert in shame, having done great scholarly research into the topic. Now, who could possibly be interested in learning what she's discovered about shame? Interesting enough, the entire thinking world apparently. Read more about her. Check out her TED Talks, and you'll understand why her laser focus on what she knows in great depth has earned her the respect of millions. And a major cameo role, playing herself in the 2019 feature film Wine Country. Feature film. And we should make sure comedy. Netflix. The 2019 Polar helmed Netflix comedy Wine Country. And her own Netflix. The call to courage. And her own and Netflix documentary about her called Brown, The Call to Courage. Write what you know. Share what you've learned. Teach what you truly are, and teach your true completely you expertise. BI. Write what you know. Share what you've learned. Teach what your, with the wrong version of your. Teach what teach your completely true, completely you expertise. There are enough people creating conventionalism, inspiration, quote graphics. We don't need any more of those. Yeah, that's good. All right. So that's 1532 words, and today I think I can post all this tomorrow. So 579 words. All right. So let's see. Where did I focus? Kanban. After all. Ever notice how trendy those inspire? Here's an example. Imposter syndrome. All right. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. I'm feeling good about this tonight. So I'm thinking I added somewhere around 500 words to this beast. And that's good enough for me. Yeah. I mean, because I don't have to write the book tonight. I've got 230 some days left in this live stream series. So what's the hurry? Especially if I don't have anything coming quickly to mind. Book writing can be a real slog, especially if you have to do it under pressure of deadline. Well, I do have a deadline. That deadline pressure isn't terrible because it's 230 days out. But still, in the back of my mind, it's like every day is a little bit of a dash in a marathon, a much greater marathon. So when you finish that dash, it could be a 100-yard dash, it could be 500 meters, it could be 1,000 meters, whatever. Be done for the day. So I've done my 500 meters today. I'm cool with that. I made significant progress on the book. I've got some new ideas on how to riff in or fold in Brene Brown. I might even be connecting Brene Brown to see if she would come on my podcast, or at least be okay with me writing about her in the book. Now, the fact is, I'm a forgiveness, not permission guy, so I don't know if I'll be actually asking for permission, but I will possibly use that the fact that, hey, Brene, I wrote about you. Here's what I said. Is it okay if I use it? Are you cool with it? As an introduction possibility. yeah, that's kind of mercenary, but that's also part of personal branding, which is I can't wait for someone to introduce me to her. I got to go out of the way and try to make that introduction myself. I know she's got a lot of people vying for her time. If I make it easy for her to say, yeah, looks good, that's all I need. Because let me tell you, having her thumbs up on this book would be a major step forward for it. So that's it for tonight. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every Monday. So check out this past Monday's episode and also look forward to a new one this coming Monday as well. That's at episode, I want to say 90 maybe. And tonight is episode 84, I think, of this BOOKWARD BOUND, 301 days from, I should really do this, to done. So that's pretty cool too. I want to thank you for keeping me honest by actually making me come down here and work on this thing. And I look forward to seeing you again. Typically, I come down, do this at around 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time here in the US of A. And you're always welcome. And by the way, if you have any comments or questions during the live stream, you can go ahead and type it in your comment box. And if, fingers crossed, I have everything configured correctly in restream.io, I'll be able to see those questions and comments and be able to react to them appropriately. Cool. Thanks for watching. That's it for tonight. Theme music. Take us on out. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.